Hello everyone. Recently we had the Dragon's Dogma 2 showcase. It came with a lot of new details surrounding the game story and setting and stuff. I wanted to go over some details. It will be quite a unique take and view of perception of the trailer, so hopefully you will enjoy that. Of course, this is all purely speculation, so please keep that in mind. And I'm probably going to sound crazy again, but this video is going to age like the finest wine. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy that. So parallel worlds, traveling to other worlds as per the original concept. The original concept was that there would be many worlds and you would be able to travel between them, and I think that's exactly what we'll be going to do. So please listen to what I have to say. Um, yeah, so I believe that you will reign as a sovereign at some point during the story. Both Brent, Sven, and Wilhelmina, the characters that you see in the trailers, will likely help you overthrow these plans. Why would Sven, if all people, want to help you when he is to be crowned Duke and overtake his father? Well, the first trailer seems to make it very apparent that he isn't quite the ruling type in the first place, let alone taking over his father. Um, on top of that, I believe there are connections between both Dark Arisen and Dragon's Dogma Online. And if I'm going to be honest, I do think they'll be relaunching Dragon's Dogma Online in some capacity in the future. So, yeah, on top of that, do keep in mind that there will also be there might be spoilers of Dark Arisen, and there's definitely going to be spoilers of Dragon's Dogma Online as well. So please keep that in mind. Let's get started then, shall we?
At last! The bell has tolled on the age of the console. The return of the Sovereign.
So the first scene makes it seem like it might be an early scene in the game. I think it's quite the opposite. The official website actually got updated while I was also working on this. So Brand, the guy in the armor, only really wants to serve the true Arisen and not these. I believe Brand will help us to take the throne, as well as Wilhelmina and Sven, of course. And I believe this scene cuts out right before you'll see the player character.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
We ask that all be spared the horrors of the fell dragon.
This is interesting. I don't think a lot of people have been paying attention to this quote, actually. As I was saying, I believe that we'll eventually sit on the throne ourselves as player, which is, like, I don't know if there's people that watch this video that might have played like Fable 3, but there you get to rule as king as well, and I believe we might get something like that here as well, and you get to make choices and stuff. But specifically this quote, as you progress through the story and you take hold of vermins, you will receive requests, and I believe this line, we ask that all be spared the horrors of the Fell Dragon, is actually one of the final requests that will be made to you. And of course, in true Dragon's Dogma fashion, you'll get the choice to sit idly by, or, go and take down the Fell Dragon.
From this moment forth,
So there's the mini tree, and It's been planted by the Elven Girl. The tree itself, in certain lores, is actually a means to travel between worlds, and just such a tree was in Dragon's Dogma Online as well, fully grown even. And like I just showed you, it actually, what happens right after this little scene, it was actually the main theme of Dragon's Dogma Online, so there's that as well, a little confirmation. It is also mentioned that the Elven civilization resides in a place called Arbor, and that name also makes an appearance in Dragon's Dogma Online.
Thou art arisen. Charge and
Here's my chance.
If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here?
So, this guy over here, interesting, huh? I'm gonna say a little thing. There's the emphasis on the throne, of course, and the final scene of this trailer in particular. Even I initially thought that this guy might be the cursed dragon, but on further examination of this trailer, the particular scenes that I've seen, I've come to a new conclusion that this guy might also be a returning character from Dragon's Dogma Online.
When 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found.
pitiable arisen. Why dost thou fight?
Arisen.
You need only believe.
You need only believe in what I just told you. I have a feeling that when we first encounter the swings, that we'll actually have a conversation with it, just like you'll see here. I didn't think this was like when you got this quote in the first trailer, a lot of people seem to think that it was like the foggy person. I always thought it was the swings, but it gives character to monsters instead of them just being mindless beasts. You put to the blade. So
In your own destiny, Arisen.
Show me the
a lot of people seem to think that they had a lot of thoughts about the Talis, and I actually got nothing to add here. So we'll just keep going.
path thou wouldst walk.
Now here, this is, in my opinion, the most important shot of the entire trailer, and it might probably be on purpose that it's all the way in the end of the trailer. So the returning character, who could that be? Well, I think we'll be here a while actually, because I typed out a whole bunch of things. I believe that the returning character, / character with purple crystal in his chest, is the Black Knight from Dragon's Dogma Online. And there's more to add to that, but that's spoiler territory, so if you don't want to get spoiled, then you should probably click off. Anyway, let's continue. The Black Knight is actually an Arisen, and his full name in Dragon's Dogma Online is revealed to be the Black Knight, Arisen of the Black Dragon. But why suddenly this, and why would that matter in the grand scheme of things? Why do I even think that Dragon's Dogma Online or the lore, that everything is connected? Well, of course, the tree that I mentioned earlier, the tune that played Dragon's Dogma Online's main theme, like people want a Dragon's Dogma multiplayer, and Dragon's Dogma 2 is not that, so it gives people that do want multiplayer, if they get it, they get a reason to go back and play the first game and the second game. So there's that as well. sad thing is, of course, Dragon's Dogma Online officially shut down in 2019. However, the story was pretty much ongoing and never actually finished. Now those invested in the lore of Dragon's Dogma know that everything is very cyclical, and you know, Arisons were once dragons, dragons were once Arisons, you know, pawns can also quote-unquote become human/arisen. Not only that, but there seems to be a misconception that there can only be one arisen at a time, hinting back, of course, at the guy with the purple crystal. And I mean, like, actually, that's something we'll get to in a moment, because we're not done with the trailer, of course. However, there can be any amount of arisen at any given time, of course. And aside from that, I even to be able, going to be making as bold as a statement as Wilhelmina will actually be becoming an arisen in Dragon's Dogma 2, and how that will play out. I'll let you figure out from this video alone if you have the knowledge, and otherwise it will probably be a big surprise, and I'm not going to spoil it because, like I said, this video is gonna age like fine wine. Yeah. And, I believe that through the story of Dragon's Dogma 2 will be reintroduced to Dragon's Dogma Online in whatever capacity, globally this time around. To get back to the mini tree, actually, the means to travel between worlds. As the story progresses, it will probably grow, because why else would that be in this trailer? Because story trailer, let's go. And I think it will become as big as the one in Dragon's Dogma Online, probably. One more thing, to step away from Dragon's Dogma Online for a moment, I think a lot of people would probably appreciate it if we would be able to return to Grancis. Another big reason to be able to travel between worlds, and knowing Itsuno's passion, of course. I would not be surprised at all if that happens in the form of DLC or expansion, or heck, maybe it's already in the game, and like Tears of the Kingdom's trailer, we have probably actually not even seen 10% of the game, but let's do the last little thing over here.
If ye intend to do what I could not.
Now, we all know who this is. This is Dragonforge, seemingly making his return. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, multiple Arisens. The Dragonforge is an Arisen, even though he's probably like a bazillion years old or something. He could actually be someone else also from Dragon's Dogma Online, but I'm not sure about that. It's probably bullshit. This version of him is actually looking quite like the knowing guy, as I like to call him. The weird pawn version of him sitting on the stones. Probably playing a vital role in the game's story. And that's about all I have. I'll let the trailer play out, and I'll let you guys ponder over everything I mentioned in this. Hope you guys enjoyed. See y'all next time.
And fell the dragon true. I would gladly pass all the wisdom I possess into your hands.